Okay, so how amazing is artificial intelligence? So you need to make the computer act like it's like a little miniature brain, because you can't have a real brain. Yeah, a real brain is a plan, and then there's a plan of that plan, and then there's a plan of that plan, and then there's a plan of that plan, and it's impossible to think about. So when you have a computer brain, it runs on a fixed dictated plan. It's slightly different, yeah. Like, it definitely is like a chicken and egg problem. Having it, when does it end? You know, is there some prime motivator in a normal computer brain that there is? But with real intelligence, it's hard to know what's actually controlling the whole thing. It's impossible to know. Yeah. Besides, it's hellish to think about, because you don't want to really do AI. It's actually a mistake. Wouldn't you rather not know? Yeah. Anyhow, so what you can do is, your robot, it has to solve a problem, right? And the problem a robot solves is more to do with being in reality rather than just being in a virtual simulation. But if you've got virtual physics, it's a good approximation of real life, but it misses so much details. Yeah. So you've got like your Newton physics set up. But what are we missing? We're missing all the dust on the floor. No idea about it. And your robot can't clean the kitchen unless it knows the dust on the floor. So if you make one of these domestic robots, there's so much missing from it that it ends up, it can't handle a trash bin. It can't handle a trash bag. A robot. You know, when you're trying to fill a trash bag with stuff, old vegetables, it collapses on itself. They're so hard to control. You can barely do it yourself, let alone poor little robot Swisses away. Yeah. So what a robot could do is slightly different, but they could still be good if you do it. Like, I'm very excited about it. But, yeah. Like, if you each to solve a general problem, right? Yeah, because when you've got a computer, it already solves specific things, and a robot is supposed to try and handle everything, but because of the lack of details missing on the system, you go for a general but a little unco type system would be good, in my opinion. Yeah. It's exciting. It is exciting. But it's like, it's not as good as a cat, or in ways it can actually be better. Yeah. Anyway, what am I talking about? Okay. So you've got a robot brain, and what you want to do is it has to handle everything generally in real life, but it's missing a lot of information. Oh, there's so much I can talk about, but I'm just so losing. Anyway. Oh, God. Oh, yeah, so how much, like how big is this all-purpose model that it runs on. The way I do it, it's less than 30 bits of information. But that's not enough. You need about 200 bits of information, and it's intractable to even create it normally. But my latest theory, it makes it tractable 200. Yeah. If you employ data interpolation, you can go from about 20 to 200. It's not 30 either, it's 20. So when we learn as humans, we've only been here for like 20 years, and just think how many photos is 20 years? It's only about 100 billion photos. But if you get the log of that, it's only about 30 to 40 bits. What are you talking about? But in your head, there's terabits of information, the equivalent of. So I'm just saying, you've only had like to the power of 30 lots of data going into your eye and your ears. But what's in your head is a lot more than that, because it's created. Yeah. It's not actually just copied in. But if you've got a robot, does it create? No. It just copies in. Yeah. So, what's the computer missing? So when you copy, there's no creativity, but you're the essence of creativity, and a computer brain has no creativity. Yeah. And I'm telling you, this is how it fucking actually works. And you see, it has amazing results, like with the new AI coming up. But it's real that they do it. They can make realistic visions of things, yeah. They can generate video and stuff like that. But from what I'm doing, I'm saying the computer actually doesn't create anything. It just has data fields. So if you just got data, so well, what is this? All this extra information you got? It's generated. It's generated by our intelligence. Like if I see so much, then I know a million times more. I know if I see one photo of the mouse, I know all orientations of the mouse. And the brain does that in all sorts of myriads of ways. But if you go on a computer, if you got one photo of the mouse, I don't know what the back of the mouse looks like. But with the brain, it does. Yeah. And yeah, I sort of stopped on. And so you gotta put the data in, but remember you're missing a very important thing to make a general purpose computer thing work that handles all situations. Is you're missing a lot of generality power. It's generating. But you see when they make these computer vision applications that you see programmers successfully see behind the mouse when they could do it. Yeah, so what you got to get the computer to do. You see the front photo and then you see the 80s computer magic and then you know all the sides of the mouse. Yeah. Yeah, so that's what you got to do. So if you reduce the size of the model, the general model that you're going to use, then you'll see that it takes less photos to fill it up. So reducing the size of the model, you'll get a fuller model in less time. I'm just copying photos into it. And so in that way, the way that you reduced the model and it could still complete the task, which is running around in the kitchen or something, do it with less variables. In that way, you've sort of shaped the brain into a form where now just copying in suffices to fill it up in a feasible amount of time. Let's get this next time.